Yeah, my saw's not cutting right. Check it out.
Okay, so anyway, the whiner has told me that despite all his great maintenance on his saw, that it's not cutting right. I cleaned up the bar. Let's take a look. Bar is nice and straight, both sides. Chain looks like it's relatively new. I haven't seen if there's any damage. No. I mean, I'll take a look at the rest of them, but it seems to be a brand new chain. Maybe a couple of burrs, boogers on some of these teeth. Let's get this bar in the vise and have a look see. All right, first thing, just want to make sure we're not too far out of whack. I've stacked up some feeler gauges. This adds up to 53 thousandths, and it's nice and snug in there. This is supposed to be a 50 thousandths groove. A few thousandths won't really matter one way or the other. And if I can lay this up here, I need both hands now. All right, with the chain in here, there's a lot of walking around, and it's not really the groove that's so far out that's allowing this to move so much. And when these teeth aren't straight up and down, which they really need to be, if you cock that off to the side, then only part of the tooth is in the curved cutting. So we are going to touch this chain up, but we're going to dress the bar, because if you look here, you get you in pretty close, you can kind of see how bad you get into a good worn area. So it's worn in there pretty hard. All right, and to make a really nice little tool for this that will square these edges up. So that has its own little jig. You got a nice little one directional file, and we've done this on a couple of videos, but I mean, I can feel when I set that on there, it doesn't set down. So I'm gonna sit here and file away on this, and I'll show you about part way through. You'll see that, you know, typically like one rail or the other will be filed on, and the other one won't have any file patch contact. It'll still be that dirty metal. All right, I've taken a fair amount of metal off this bar, and you can see here the other side's nice and shiny, and this side's still a little dirty, so there's definitely some low spots that I still need to take out, so you need to keep on going. Now this tool works both ways, so use it. Let's see, just point in the right direction. Yeah. So you want to put some downward pressure and more like lean into it this way. So once you get a good clean surface like that, you can turn it on its side, and now you are taking the burr off the side that you can definitely feel. There's a rolled edge right there. I don't know if we'll be able to see it, if I can zoom in hard enough. I don't know, it's hard to see in the camera, but there's definitely. So once we get this dressed, it's going to cut nice and straight, and I'll put the chain back in there, and you can see how nice and tight it rides in the groove again, like it should. Boy, no wonder why this thing wasn't cutting worth a shit. So we got nice shiny rails, both surfaces are clean, no burrs on the sides, and you can tell when you run the file over there, you'll run over high spots and low spots, like you'll get more grip and lose grip as you're going across, and you just want that nice steady feel where the file's biting all the way down. Let's throw this chain back in here. Yeah, all right. Chain's much more rigid in the groove now, so we should be able to touch this chain up and go do some cutting and see if she actually cuts like she should now. Now let's take this thing for a ride. Didn't have my tripod, but I made a stand. Let's take a look. Cuts nice and straight, feeds like it's supposed to. Kerf looks good, cutting straight. That's all there is to it. Just a little bit of maintain your bar, maintain your chain. So here's the last cut this saw made. So, you know, when we looked at the chain and saw the mild damage that was on it, that wasn't the whole part of the problem. You know, we had a nice straight bar. You know, the groove, I can't line that up. This looks like the first cut right here, and then the extra little bit of damage. And I mean, you know, that just came from, you know, the rot in the center. But that last little bit right there, that's pretty rough. And that was an experienced cutter just trying to finish up for one of the guys. Let's take this back inside and we'll just do like a final once over of the saw. Anyway, pretty amazing that this is just that easy of a fix. We get the Brells trued up, and after seeing, because I thought about when I was walking out to the wood, you know, I thought, you know, it's would have been nice if I'd gone out there and cut with it as it was, then true the bar back up, get the rails done, and then just tidy up the chain. But that's a night and day difference. So hope you enjoyed that. Throw me a like if you found this entertaining, and I'll see you on the next one.